Welcome to the Word Bible Software and thewordbooks.com. Today we're going to get into the Word Sneak Peek, and we're getting into features, especially over Book View. In here you see under Book View some updates that have happened, or there's some user module editor enhancements. So let's go ahead and close the Bible search, and in the Book View bring it over here into a little bit more visible area. So we have several items here, so let's just write it. Let's go in here and let's go into I'll just put a new module in here. Generic text. Okay, so in here we're going to add just a simple subject, test. So if I was going to go to test 1, test 2, test 3, if I go in here and I do Alt and then the right arrow key, it'll go in one level. If I do it 2 times, it goes in 2 levels, and so on to 3 levels. If you want to decrease it, you go, and then I'm just going to put another one in here, test 2. You do Alt left arrow and it decreases it. If you have a color, let's say you've been doing the color green and you're up here, if you go Control Alt C, it'll apply the color. If you have a highlight, Control Alt H will do it. Now I need to get a highlight color in, so I'll turn one on, and Control Alt, and whatever you've selected will be applied. Control Alt H. Lastly, if you've been working with the format painter like this, you can turn it on by Control Alt F and then use it. It'll use the last settings that were in the format painter. It is in a sticky mode, so that means, and what that means by sticky mode, so Control Alt F, notice how it stays on. You can either go Control Alt F again, click the format button, or press Escape. Okay, now some ordinals. Burst detection on ordinals. There's been different requests in regard to like 1 John 1:1, and there you go. Now that will work as a way to detect that. I believe in some other items, or 1 should work, and a few things like that. But 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are what we're referring to. So 2 John 1:1. There we go. And this has also adjusted some fixes in the clipboard as well. There are some new areas that are available now. If you type in the book view, you go G10, it will generate a link, and the link will look something like this. So it's the Strong's link. It will be a Strong's G10 auto detect link. Okay, very good. And if you do, and you can see that here, if you do G12, the portion will become a Strong's link. So let's try it again. Let's go G12 star, and I believe that one hyperlink will be, it's a little different. Let's see what's the difference here. This one is to G10, and this one is to, I'm trying to remember, I believe that's similar. Not 100. Oh, there we go. It's more of a click link. Oh, it should have been let's go back. Where did my test book go? Okay, and then so there's 2, and that should become a self link, and that'll be a self one there. And I believe this one, oh, there we are. Now it's working again. Okay. Continuing on, so you have two here. That becomes Strong's and that becomes self. If you type in a Greek word, that's a lemma, and then you put the @ symbol after it, it will generate a link to a lemma. This will also work with Hebrew. If you type in Hebrew, let's see if I can remember any. It's been a long time since I've done much typing in Hebrew. No, I don't really, unfortunately, without knowing very much Hebrew there. But that it will, as soon as you put the @ and if it's Hebrew, it'll put a link after it, whether it's good or bad. That's up to you to recognize if it's a correct lemma or not. Let's go into, let's see, I think I got some dictionaries in here. Yeah, let's just get a quick, let's get a quick Hebrew. So, we'll just get a quick lemma in here. Okay, so here's the lemma. So now let's go back to test. Go down here, put the lemma in, put the @ sign in. That one was a little bit backwards. And let's try it here. I think there was this space in there. No, let's do another one. Hebrew is fun, especially being right to left. Oops, I turned that one off. I'll put it back in. Let's go back in here again. Let's go to Mickelson. And here in Mickelson, we'll just get a simple one. Eb. Okay. Back in here again. There we go. So eb. And that's gives you one there to your Strong's. Now, if you go in here, that'll do that. And self-links are applied to the present book and only work if the topic exists in this lexicon. So, something like what we have here. Let's try this one. So, I know we have a test. Oops. Let's go after this. And it only works for Greek and Hebrew, as you can see. Let's double check. The @ symbol works for lemma. You should do the lemmas. If you were to go, let's do Greek again, logos, @*, you should get two. You should get a logos, and then if you were to have logos in here, so I'll show you what I mean. And so now. Word. So okay, so in here, that's the dictionary one, and then over here is word. So that should kind of give you an idea of you jumping between kind of a more of a lemma, more of a strong, or more of a self or an internal link. Continuing down, and if you type a non-valid like 200,000. It'll still be generated, but will not work. So that's something you have to check into. You may also type like G13A. There are some numbers followed by a letter. But it's also up to you to verify. So let's try that one out. Let's go G13A. Okay, so the Strong's Dictionary I have turned on right now doesn't have that. But if I was to jump over to let's go into NASEC and go into there, and maybe that NASEC, I believe it has one, but let's double check. This one on NASEC. Okay, let's see what we get. Well, those are some things that you have to verify, and we'll just verify it by, we'll jump to NASEC right now. Go to G13. A. Oh, there's no A in there, so let's look for that. There's one. G112A. I mean H112A. So that gives you an idea. Let's go over here to H112A. There we are. And now you can see it. So these are some things you'll have to kind of work through. It'll also, if you have one, like let's just say you put in G1, and down here you put in H8, and then you just did detect. It should detect those just like verse references. So get you some ideas, some things to work on. It should work in module settings actions here as well. Okay, let's get into book sets. So I'm going to go ahead and open up one of my a book set I use a lot. And in here, let's get this a little bigger for just a second. You'll see there's different ones you can create advanced ones, things like that. You can export this set, import this set. These new ones, you can share them with other people, and that gives you options to share them. Now, if it's a custom set and there's a placeholder here, that's where there's a book that's designed to go into that spot. So I'll go in here and I'll go into define module sets. Over here, I have quite a bit here in mine. I can go export this set, and then I could save it down into like right here, study set. And then I can share that by importing it at another time. That gives you a little bit of an idea on the book view and some of the newer features for the word sneak peek. Hopefully this has been beneficial for you. Next time, we plan on getting into the book search view. So I pray that you'd have a good day in the Lord and that you'd go closer to Jesus Christ. And God bless. Bye-bye.